It is undeniable that the GTA series has permanently changed the gaming landscape time and time again. Grand Theft Auto 3 showed us what was possible in a fully 3D open world and ended up paving the way for all the other timeless classics like Saints Row and Mafia. If you ever find yourself getting sick of constant sprawling open world games, you can blame GTA 3 for being too damn amazing. 4 years later, San Andreas would come along and put all the clones to shame by expanding on GTA 3's mechanics in pretty much every way conceivable, essentially turning the formula into a low-key RPG, something made even more evident by the ambitious story that took Rockstar from up-and-coming to being the industry big dogs. Another 8 years later, and I feel like I really don't need to explain why Grand Theft Auto 5 is objectively the most influential game of the past decade. Nearly 200 million units sold, and still widely popular 10 years after releasing, the only thing that seems capable of killing off GTA 5 is GTA 6. But despite the influence those juggernauts still have, I think the best GTA game is the middle child of Rockstar's golden PS2 trilogy, Vice City. Set in a fictional approximation of Miami that seemed designed by someone who'd only ever seen Miami in 80s crime movies, if any GTA game could prove those conservative pearl-clutching old fogies right, it is this one. We could debate whether the Grand Theft Auto franchise encourages violence, but when Vice City enters the conversation, it's kind of an open and shut case. The message of Vice City is crime does pay. Stealing and murdering gets you more money lets you buy lavish properties, bigger guns, and fancier clothes. Tommy Facetti's whole journey starts with him wanting to sell drugs and kill people for money, to him selling a lot of drugs and killing a lot of people for a lot more money. It's a far cry from Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, I love the later game's focus on more nuanced storytelling, that's nuanced in the context of this franchise, and I'll always be a staunch defender of GTA 4's darker, self-serious tone, but Vice City was the last game where Rockstar clearly didn't care.
What's your name again?
Big Mouth Brick.
Better catches. Sit down.
GTA 3 was designed to be a fun sandbox with some dumb jokes, and it was met with constant backlash claiming it was going to ruin society. So Vice City said, hold my baseball bat because I need 2 free hands for this chainsaw.
Away from me, you cheap bastard!
For me, Vice City clearly marks the point where the series, and the company as a whole, figured out what they were. The overabundance of sex, violence, and childishness, beautifully lit by the definitely not Miami sun, has since become the bedrock of the franchise. Later games may have toyed with the structure, putting emphasis into different places, all while building up the realism as new technology let them craft bigger and more purposefully controversial moments. But I think when it's all stripped back, the reason that Grand Theft Auto games are so beloved is because despite sometimes wanting to be taken seriously, they've never failed to put fun before function. Vice City's story is dumb. Enjoyable, but really dumb. Rockstar have made no secret that the story is basically just Scarface without the consequences. Which is great because if I wanted to watch Scarface, I'd go fucking watch Scarface. At this precise moment, I'd rather drive along the pavement blasting out Video Killed the Radio Star.
Hey, that's fucked up.
Vice City could have easily just expanded on some of GTA 3's core concepts and called it a day. And it definitely still would have sold like hotcakes. Instead, they leaned into what made the previous game stand out and created what I think is the best looking crime against humanity ever put to code. That is supposed to be a compliment, by the way.
Nice ass, baby.
I also feel the need to quickly mention how Vice City seems at least partially responsible for gaming becoming more of a mainstream medium. Maybe it feels normal now, but before 2002, hearing the same songs you'd hear on the real-life radio, as well as celebrity voices you'd only expect in Hollywood films, in a video game was a big deal. I could be wrong about that, but Vice City just has an air of credibility to it that a lot of narrative-heavy games of the time just didn't. No, Mom, it's not a dumb game. It's got the guy who played Bowser in Super Mario movie, and it's not dumb. You're dumb. It's an art form.
Honey, can you please keep the Andacon in the shot? He costs more per hour than you do.
Thanks for sitting through this video. Do you have a favorite Grand Theft Auto game that isn't Vice City? And how does it feel to be wrong? Please feel free to try and prove me wrong in the comments, or you could just agree with me, that works too. If you enjoyed and wanted to support future content, we have a Patreon that is linked in the description. We don't lock off any content there, it's just a way for you to directly support us if you feel so inclined. But honestly, I just appreciate the support you've already given us by getting this far into the video. So again, thanks for watching, and cheers.